What is going on, guys? What an amazing card. This is my full card reaction. I'm still in shock over the Justin Gaethje upset. I can't believe that happened. Alex Pereira lost. Cyril Gane is a dirty fucking cheat. We'll get to those later. But let's start off with Diego Lopez, Steve Garcia. Absolute cinema. I know that I told you guys to take the sub. I took the sub. Also took inside the distance, so we have that. Still won money. Um, my thought process behind that, Diego Lopez was training out of Oklahoma State's wrestling gym, which is one of the best NCAA wrestling programs in the country. So, and I don't know, he got volked down a couple times. I thought Steve might be a little too much for him on the feet. Maybe Steve overextends at some point. Lopez is going to be able to get him down. But the whole fight, I was thinking, what is Diego doing sitting at the C range of Steve Garcia? I was saying the entire fight, watching that with my friends, I'm like, dude, Diego needs to crash. When he causes chaos, he's incredible. I mean, what happened in the Sadiq Yusuf fight? What happened in the Brian Ortega fight? When he crashes, he usually lands, well, usually he gets hit, but he's got an absolute fucking granite chin. So when he lands, he fucking bites down and he slams you. The first time he crashes, he sleeps Steve Garcia. Absolute beautiful left hook in the exchange. Drops Steve, puts him out cold with ground and pound, and gets the sickest photo I have ever seen standing on the cage with the White House in the background. Holy fucking aura. I'm so happy Diego won. This is one of my favorite results of the card. I fucking love Diego Lopez, bro. I'm so happy for him. And yeah, I'm really happy about that one. So we had 1.25 units on Diego Lopez by inside the distance, and then we had zero point 0.5 units on Diego Lopez by submission. So overall, went up on that fight. Yeah. All right. So let's move on to Kyle Dawkins versus Bo Nickel. So Bo gets him down early. I don't really remember. Maybe he got I know he got a hold of him, got a body lock, maybe inside trip, and got him down on the open mat. Landed some nice elbows and ground and pound. I was shocked by that stand up though. I feel like Bo was still pretty active. I mean, it wasn't fantastic. Maybe because it's probably because it was a White House card. But yeah, they stood him up relatively early. I was surprised by that. But when they get back to the feet, what did Bo land? I think it was he landed right over the top maybe, and then came in with a left hook after, I believe, and he dropped Kyle Dawkins bad. He slept him. Kyle Dawkins covered up early not early stoppage, but late round one, early in the fight. Bo Nickel gets it done. I was very surprised by this, honestly. The odds makers were right. I thought the line was going to be a lot higher in terms of the over under. The line was 1.5. The only thing, well, I had Cycle Parlay. I had Kyle Dawkins by submission. So I failed you guys on that one. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised. Bo looked great in this fight. Kyle Dawkins is no joke. And like he sort of has the same. He really reminds me of RDR. So for Bo Nickel to be able to have that impressive a performance against someone who has a similar style to RDR, who gave him problems in the past, I'm impressed. This really changed my view on Bo Nickel. I think get him a ranked opponent. Why not? Who's at the bottom of that top 15? Roman Dolidze would be easy fucking money for him. Let's get a Roman Dolidze versus Bo Nickel matchup. I like that. Now let's move on to Mauricio Hoofy versus Michael Chandler. Yeah, Michael Chandler was a lamb to the slaughter. I feel for the guy a little bit. I mean, fucking absolutely embarrassed. Like, he got absolutely mollywopped. I'm trying to remember the exchange. I think maybe Hoofy rocked him with a jab, spinning wheel kick, and then sort of stunned Chandler, wobbled him, rips an uppercut as Chandler's trying to get back to his feet, and then a straight shot as Chandler's got his back up against cage. Puts him out. End of round one again. We had the over in the cycle parlay in this fight too. But obviously that was chalked already because of Kyle Dawkins by submission. But I ended up taking Mauricio Hoofy round one or round two at minus 140. I had one unit on that. So won money on this fight. Went down on the Kyle Dawkins and Bo Nickel fight, and then I won up on Diego Lopez. So yeah, this is a great performance from Mauricio Hoofy. Talked about getting a title shot. Obviously that's not going to happen. I'm trying to think of a cool matchup for him. Maybe you get a, I don't know, maybe, who's there for him at the top of the lightweight division? I'm trying to think. I don't know, but Mauricio Hoofy needs a top 5, top 6, top 7 opponent, 100%. Really excited for his next fight. He got married in his post-fight interview, so good for him. Fucking love Mauricio Hoofy, bro. Changed his name for Luffy from One Piece. That's the GOAT. That's the boy. Fuck Michael Chandler. Fucking weirdo. But yeah, that was embarrassing for him. Mauricio Hoofy's a fucking stud on the feet. He's so patient, dude. Oh my god, his striking is so clean, so technical. I love him. Absolutely love the performance. But now let's move on to Josh Hokit versus Derek Lewis. We had Derek Lewis by KO, and he was in the parlay that missed. Thanks Ilya for fucking absolutely selling in that second round, but we'll get to that later. Wasn't too impressed by this performance. I knew that was going to happen early round one. I knew Josh was going to take him down. I knew he was going to rip some ground and pound, but told you guys, I thought he was going to get it done in the first round. I mean, he wasn't doing enough to stop the fight. Yes, he was landing nice shots, sort of bouncing Derek's head off the canvas, but it was too far and in between, or whatever that fucking saying is. It wasn't enough where Herb could step in and be like, all right, this is too much. I've seen enough. I think if he laid it down on Derek, he would have gotten him out. And that armbar play was questionable at the end because you see he was really ripping on that arm, and I think he sort of gassed out a little bit at that end of the first, and the second round was sloppy, man. It was sloppy, and it wasn't like Josh was doing anything like overly impressive. It was more just another quit from Derek Lewis. I mean, not much to say about this. I think it was absolutely hysterical. Josh Hogan called Michelle Obama a man. That was classic. But yeah, Josh Hogan's a goyim, bro. Let's move on. Next, we have the Sugar Show. Fucking Sean O'Malley. I have watched that highlight like 15 times already. That right hand into the salute is the coolest celly I have ever seen. That was fucking incredible. I don't know what Ayman Zahabi was doing, bro. Like, I was so pissed in that first round because I was like, no way Ayman's not going to open up. Like, what is he fucking doing, bro? I knew Sugar would be able to land that shot once Ayman opened up. I said in my breakdown of this fight, like, this was sort of the same thing as... I talked about this in my breakdown of this fight. I mean, this is sort of the same thing as Chito Vera getting that knockdown against Zahabi, where they both open up at the same time, but Chito and Sean were just so much faster than Ayman that they land way before, and Ayman's chin is just right there on a silver platter. But instead of this being a jab, this is O'Malley straight, and it drops Zahabi. Zahabi gets back up, Sugar 1-2 down the pipe, and drops Zahabi bad. Maybe an early stoppage, but Zahabi was wobbled bad after. Sugar would have put him out immediately. Zahabi's 38 years old. Like, he doesn't need to be taking that damage. I was so excited by this. This was fucking awesome. We had Sugar by KO. I ended up taking Sean O'Malley point spread, minus 3.5, and I parlayed that with Josh Hogan inside the distance as well. So we won a decent amount of money on this fight. Very happy with this result. So happy that Sugar got on the board. Finally got that KO. I knew he was fucking due, bro. When Zahabi was so due for a KO loss, I knew it was either going to be that... Well, I actually didn't say that it was going to be like this, but I did talk about that Vera knockdown. Like, Zahabi is open and he's slow, and if you're going to trade with him at the same time, you'll probably beat him if you have the speed of Sean O'Malley. Yeah, I mean, very happy with the result. But... now we go on to Alex Pereira. Man, I did not expect Alex to get slept. This was bad. This is really bad. We are living in a timeline where Cyril Gahn forces Tom Aspinall to get eye surgery. He gets the fight with Alex Pereira at the White House, and now he gets all the glory. I fucking hate Cyril Gahn. He is one of my least favorite fighters in the UFC. He's a dirty fucking prick. Look up that finishing sequence, or the sequence right after the knockdown. How many back of the head shots did Gahn land after that? I know Alex probably wouldn't have recovered. I'm not coping. I think Alex was done regardless. But like, people fucking die from that shit, bro. He's a scumbag. Every finishing sequence Gahn has in the UFC. Let's see, Tai Tuivasa, what's his fucking name? Sergey Spivak, bro. Like, all back of the head shots. Every single fight. He's a dirty fucking prick. And fuck Herb Dean, bro. Like, how do you, like, it's your fucking job to keep these fighters safe, bro. People die from that shit. I, and I mean, I'm pissed about that result. Very pissed about this result. Um, I thought that Alex was gonna slip these shots better, man. Like, what's all that boxing? What was all that boxing sparring for, bro? His head was on a silver platter. I know he's usually there for the jabs, but like, they're open stances, so I didn't even think Gahn was gonna be able to rip off, like, hit the jab. You know, I thought Pereira was gonna, you know, open up, jab to the body, jab to the body. That's what he was doing. Those head kicks were nice. And I thought eventually Gahn was going to feel the pressure, start throwing his straight punches. Pereira was going to slip and land the hook. Like, oh, man. I really thought he was going to get it. This is a tough loss. This brought me pretty close to even again. We stayed positive, went positive 1 unit on the card. I think I was up 6 before, maybe 5 before this fight. I ended up throwing a little bit more money on Pereira. I lie bet him after the first round, and I also bet him to at by third round KO. So yeah, this wasn't great. We have Cyril Gahn versus Tom Aspinall 2, which I'm really looking forward to now, actually, because we can see fucking Tom slate this French cunt. Fuck Cyril Gahn. I'm really looking forward to that Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn fight, though. He's talking about having it in Paris. Fuck off. Come to fucking Birmingham. Come to London, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Or do it in Vegas. MSG. Something, bro. Ugh. Fuck Cyril Gahn, bro. Such a shit result after some beautiful fights, bro. I mean, not the Josh Ogden one, but Mauricio Hoofy, Bo Nickel, good knockout. Fuck Bo Nickel, though. Diego Lopez, so happy about that. Sean O'Malley, but this is tough. This was a tough one to watch. And my buddy would have won 3K. Well, he had Ilya and Pereira's last 2 legs for 3K. So imagine Pereira won Ilya. Fucking, it came down to Ilya and he lost that. He would have been so fucking mad. But let's move on to the main event. What a fight. What a fucking fight. I'm a huge fan of Ilya Topuria, but man, that was like some rocky shit, bro. That was absolutely incredible from Justin Gaethje. And like, just to see him so relieved and so happy after that fight. Like, I love Ilya, but I just couldn't help but feel happy for Gaethje. You know, Justin Gaethje, he deserved it. Ilya, though, man, like, so that first round, Ilya's getting jabbed up, but he gets aggressive towards the end of that first round, and you can see that Gaethje was really panicked. I thought he was going to have a big adrenaline dump, and I was very confident that Ilya was going to get him out in that second round, and he should have, bro. That second round opens up. He is fucking hammering Justin up against the cage. Finally lands a beautiful left hook to the liver. And he sits Justin down. But then he follows Justin to the ground. I don't understand what Ilya was thinking. I get spur of the moment, but if he stood Justin Gaethje up, he would have finished that fight immediately. We had Ilya Topuria in under 2.5 rounds. I had another parlay with Ilya by finish. So he fucked me. He brought me back down to... Well, I ended up going up 1 unit. So I only went up 1 unit in this card. He absolutely fucked me. He probably would have been up 4-3, but... Man, I don't really care about this. Like, I don't really care about Ilya losing just because of how absolutely incredible that fight was. Gotta feel happy for Justin Gaethje. He finally got the belt. I mean, what do they do next? Rematch, maybe MSG main card. Um, I'm thinking. I think they're gonna do Charles and Armin in August. I think that's what they were talking about. So, man, the lightweight division just got mixed up bad, and that loss for Patty isn't aging too well. Um, fuck. I mean, this was an incredible card. Uh, the walkouts were so cool. They were a little bit long. Like I get they want to show the White House, but like didn't have to have them go that deep into the White House. But regardless, this was absolutely incredible. Um, yeah, I mean, once in a lifetime card. Justin Gaethje, the American, gets it in the main event as a 5-1 underdog. I mean, fuck. What a rocky story. That was absolutely incredible. We went 5 for 7 on picks tonight. Wasn't my greatest. Yeah, Diego by sub. I was trying to be too sharp, bro. And then Ilya. I mean, no one went 7 for 7 on this card. And Pereira. Bad read, boys. Bad read. What are you going to do? We got Manel Kape and Kyogi Horiguchi next week, which I'm really excited for. Banger of a flyweight card, so stay tuned for that. I'll drop my full fight predictions, and I'll do my best bets later in the week. But thank you guys for watching, man. It was an absolute incredible card, and I will speak to you guys soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye, everyone.